What I thought was interesting in the Blackout, first of all, my initial thought for the Blackout was this tweet, and I think I speak for millions and millions of Americans at this point. The upside to the power outage, no Phil Simms. By far the best thing that happened. That was a gift from God for 34 minutes to not have to listen to Phil Simms praise every single decision that every single person made as aggressively as he possibly could.
Yeah.
I thought that Steve Tasker and Solomon Wilcots, considering that there was no way they could prepare for that, did a really nice job. Like people were making fun of them, I'm sure a little. It's really hard. Like all of a sudden, these are sideline reporters, and for some reason, when they had the ability to go to JB and those guys for the studio show, they didn't go to them enough, and they're still using Tasker and Wilcots. And I thought, look, man, being a broadcaster is not easy, and those guys obviously are former athletes turned broadcasters. I thought, with the enormous pressure on, I would say that Steve Tasker and Solomon Wilcots did a great job.
Okay, here's my one problem with Marino and Cowher and all of them.
They were bad.
They were terrible. They were terrible.
They weren't prepared for it. That's a bad studio show. There's one broadcaster there, James Brown, and then guys who are not conducive to this type of situation, or to me, any type of situation.
No, not at all. But I mean, like, look, these are former players. Networks hired these players in order to get insight on what they would do, how they would handle certain situations. Not once did they bring it up at all. And then, of course, Bill Cowher goes, well, you have to start Alex Smith. I mean, he said that. He said that they should start Alex Smith. I mean, like...
Well, I'd give him credit for saying something interesting and defendable at that point.
No.
Of course it's defendable. I mean, Alex Smith...
No. Why would you start Alex Smith?
Well, because you're down 28-6 in the Super Bowl and your quarterback looks like crap and he started 10 games and you got a veteran who you shouldn't have benched in the first place. So, I mean, who did nothing to warrant being benched. He completed 25 of his last 27 passes.
That's what Jim Harbaugh wanted. I mean, the concussion was pretty much an excuse to just keep rolling with Kaepernick, it seemed like.
Well, it wasn't an excuse. He never would have done it, I think, without the concussion.
Right.
He needed to see him play against a competitive defense like the Bears and shred them. So that changed his mind. I give Harbaugh credit for a bold decision. I wouldn't have done it. A lot of people wouldn't have done it. It worked out.
It did, obviously.
Except, who knows? They might have won the Super Bowl if they'd stuck with Alex Smith.
Yeah.
I thought after week 1 they were going to the Super Bowl, and I think they probably would have anyway. They would have last year if Kyle Williams didn't fumble twice.
Right,
God
exactly.
bless Kyle Williams.
Love Kyle Williams. Kenny Williams' kid. It's not necessarily, like the whole Alex Smith thing, which I found ridiculous. I don't know why, but I did. But I think it was the fact that he didn't say, like, okay, here's what I would do if I were in this situation. Like, just shed some light on what's going on.
They didn't seem prepared to handle this. Instinctively, even though the Fox show is the same basic breakdown of former players with one broadcaster and Kurt Menefee, the Fox guys would have handled that better. They would have been better.
I feel like they have more fun.
They do, totally. They would have been better. Jimmy Johnson would have said interesting things. Howie Long definitely would have said
interesting things. Terry Bradshaw would say some weird stuff that makes you laugh.
Kurt Menefee, who's a complete professional, would have kept it all together and kept him focused. The CBS guys seemed completely ill-prepared to talk about football at the spur of the moment for 15 minutes, and they kept throwing it back to Steve Tasker and Solomon Wilcots, who I thought, considering the situation... Solly. To Solly and Task. Yeah. And I thought those guys were, I thought they were great. They should feel good about themselves today.
Okay.
I liked the thought that as soon as the blackout happened, that Ray Lewis instantly blamed 2 of his friends for it. Did you see what Barbara Bush said during the blackout?
Enlighten me.
A lot of people don't have power at home anyway, so this is working out very well for them. It's nice. I just thought the blackout at the Superdome, it was important not to let Barbara Bush off the hook. JR smiling, thank you very much for her unbelievably, not just insensitive, but loathsome, revealing who she is comments after
Did you hear
Katrina.
what Donald Trump said?
What's that?
You didn't hear what Donald Trump said? What the hell was it? He had some idiotic tweet. Give me 1 sec so I can pull it up. He basically said, here's basically what he said. Oh, this is a microcosm of what America is today. The lights are going out on America. That's basically what he said.
Donald Trump is very close to being banned from all TYT programs.